freedom, we visit an old friend who gives us some advice for veterans and their families and tells us a story about his service that he never told us before.
Josh Roy joins us now with the story. Josh.
Kim Calvin is the reason we started this series of stories, The Price of Freedom. We have heroes walking among us. You may never realize the things they saw or the things they did. We have interviewed Larry Hester from Walker County maybe half a dozen times over the last 4 years, but we continue to learn more about Larry Hester's service in the Vietnam War. The walls in this office will tell you a lot about Larry Hester, Walker County Veteran of the Year 2007, 2014 Charles Coolidge Veteran of the Year, a shadow box with a Purple Heart, and many other decorations from 11 months and 20 days in country in Vietnam. These walls tell a story, but this is not the whole story.
Easter Sunday is the worst day of my life.
It was in 1967. It was called the Hill Fight, or the First Battle of Khe Sanh. Larry Hester was with the 9th Marines. They were there that day.
That was before the siege. We was hit on Hill 861 in Vietnam, and we just overwhelmed.
How many people did you lose that day?
16. Bunch of guys. Bad time.
The battle happened more than 50 years ago. Mr. Hester spent the last 19 years helping veterans access their VA benefits. He has tried to retire, but he always ends up back in this office.
Well, yeah, I've tried to, but Josh, there's so many people need help, and believe it or not, I'm still getting Vietnam veterans. Had one in here today, didn't know he had benefits, and he had things wrong with him that's related to the Agent Orange exposure. So, it's hard for me to quit. I mean, doggone it, I just can't do it.
He says he doesn't want to retire because too many people need help. He does have some advice, though. He says if you're a veteran or a wife of an aging veteran, get your paperwork in order.
Make sure you've got that DD 214 form. And then make sure you've got a marriage license.
He says if you're serving now and have been injured during your service, make sure that injury is documented in your records. He adds that all veterans and military members need to talk to your doctor. Make sure your medical provider is aware of all the illnesses and injuries that you're suffering from that may be tied to your service in some way.
One of our members passed away a few months ago that was service connected for what killed him. But the doctor in the hospital put down their heart failure. Duh. No, it wasn't just heart failure. He had severe diabetes, and that contributed to his death. So I had the wife go to that doctor and explain to him what it was, and he thought about it, and he said, well, yeah, you're right. So they amended the death certificate.
And type 2 diabetes is one of the several illnesses tied to Agent Orange exposure from the Vietnam War. If you are a veteran or a wife of a veteran or a widow of a veteran and you don't know what benefits you might be